to pull the plug on the season. He's too close to losing the junior status. He wants to come back next season, which is a pretty smart thing to do. Craig Ferguson did the same last year. So Nathan Williamson, yeah, it's a pretty good replacement, isn't it? Although I did think that Rory had suddenly clicked with Golden Gate, and the last two runs were perfect, absolutely stunning. We've known for a while the ability that Golden Gate has. Doesn't always show it, but it was only a matter of time before it did, and its time has arrived with a vengeance, shooting for 3 on the trot tonight, and comes into it pretty well too, over the 2 mile trip off 30 metres, and it's a commanding favourite. Well, who could beat it? Pyramid Magic, $6.80, $1.80. I don't think Pyramid Magic will have too much trouble with the trip either, really, coming from that particular barn. So it's got to be one of the leading players to chase home the favourite. The other I don't mind here is that Grace Lightning. Now, the question mark is the trip about Grace Lightning, but the way it runs over 2.7, I think it'll be all right over the 2 mile trip, so no worries about the distance for me with Grace Lightning. And outside those, Feather Boys will cop this, cop the 2 miles, I think, the way he runs, and he's around about the $7 mark, Feather Boys. Okai the New, now what do we do about that? 11s and 2s. I know Marty Denton's pretty warm on it, actually. He said forget about last time. So Okai the New comes off the 20 metre mark and 2 miles. There is Golden Gate. Lovely horse. She is. She's by Earl from G. Castleton. And John Ryan's done a particularly good job with this horse. Showed stacks of ability early on, but then had that little glitch that it has in the system. It didn't gallop at the start, it galloped shortly after. But lately, the last 3 starts have all been pretty tidy efforts. And it is a horse with a very big sprint, Golden Gate. So 30 metres, I'm not sure if Nate's driven this before or not. Probably no, actually, I would think. There's the 6 runner going round, Pyramid Magic. It's a 5-year-old by Umbro Invasion. It's won 5 from 27. And it always goes well on this track, actually. Pyramid Magic, and Brent Barclay has already tasted success tonight, and he's on board Pyramid Magic. Brad's got the driver Moccasin, number 5. Now, what do we read into that? Anything or nothing? Matty's on Ruby's Jewel, the 3rd of them. Ruby's Jewel, that's the Enigma horse, isn't it? We know how good it is, we know how bad it can be. $5.80 and $2. Look, if you want to back this, you just back it and you just take your chances, because neither you, I, Matty, or the horse probably knows what's going to happen. Could turn out a stunner, as we've seen it in the past. Montmorency from 1, Blair Orange drives that. Darren Simpson trains. It's 1-2 from 24, Inside Alley, and it's at 17 and 4s. And there's a few in this field that just might have the wood on that. It's an interesting little affair, this. And the 2 miles brings it into it. So upstairs to you, Jace. Can Golden Gate get 3 on the trot? That's the question. Yes. Yeah,
possibly.
I think so too.
Possibly. I don't know. I think there's a couple of horses in here go just as good as her, actually. Ruby's Jewel's one.
Yeah, but which one turns up?
2 miles might suit her, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
She's a good stayer, and she's got more time to settle. No rushing tonight, because she normally steps. It's normally not the issue, stepping. It's the next 200 or 300 metres. So if she steps, she's got a 20 metre start on Golden Gate, and Golden Gate actually galloped last week, didn't she, after she went away? So I don't know. She's not past the post, and she's not a $2 chance as I see she's at now. So I'll go 8 to win, but Pyramid Magic, which Pyramid Magic's going to turn up? He's been awful 1 week, great the next, for about the last 4 or 5 weeks, so I don't know. He's actually due to go a bad one, unfortunately, for Pyramid Magic fans, but he's a great chance again. Ruby's Jewel, and yeah, Feather Boys was probably the only other winning chance in here, I think. His 2 mile record's not good though, but he's racing great, and 40 metres over 2 miles is not as bad as it looks. So I think 8.649, but just great to see a 2 mile trot, Davey. This is a throwback, this race, and really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it is good for them, isn't it? So here, Rosso's already touched on that. We've had the extremes tonight, 1,200 metres, which was a stunningly good contest, and we're about to get underway with a 2 miler here. Mr. Medal took out the previous at pretty big money, and Risk Factor took out the 1,200 metre sprint. Dexter's won 2 for the night, and Nathan's also driven 2 winners. About to get underway, we'll rejoin Jason for his call. Race 8.
Thanks, Davey. Montmorency off the front tape with Bono Hest. They're underway and trotting. Bono Hest came away in a gallop. Off the mark faultlessly was Montmorency. Grace Lightning trots through into second spot. Coming forward out wide is Moccasin. Then came the next is Pyramid Magic now, who gets past Bono Hest, who's trotting. Back and behind these horses then is Ruby's Jewel. She's also trotting early. Followed through then by OK Vanu, Feather Boys and Golden Gate. The $2.20, $1.30 race favourite. She's back last early. So they're all off the mark. Apart from Bono Hest, didn't lose much ground here as they head out towards the 2,800 metres mark. Grace Lightning finds the front and leads by a length and a half now. Up into second position now is going to be Moccasin. Back on the inside of horses, third is Montmorency. 2 lengths away, Pyramid Magic. 2.5 lengths away into Bono Hest. 3 away to Ruby's Jewel. Still away by 6 lengths this group on OK Vanu. 2.5 to Feather Boys and 2 to Golden Gate. She's back last and would be about 25 lengths off the leader as the PW Engineering Trotfield come off the back and down the side. 2,400 metres left to run. Grace Lightning still shows the way. A length and a half in advance of Montmorency. Third now is Pyramid Magic, who went back to be inside. Coming forward is Ruby's Jewel, one off. Then came Bono Hest. Moccasin was eased for cover. He might still end up out in the breeze here as Ruby's Jewel's going up to have a shot for the lead. Back and behind them, OK Vanu remains third last. A length and a half, Feather Boys, and last is Golden Gate. Down they come. 2 circuits of a track left to run. New lead up. Ruby's Jewel rolls on to the lead for Matt Williamson, leads away. 2 lengths clear of Grace Lightning second, a length and a half Montmorency. It's followed through then by Pyramid Magic, who remains in 4th position in front of Bono Hest, and our locally trained trotter. Moccasin, who's returned south as well tonight, he's parked out from back on the inside of horses in OK Vanu. Feather Boys latches on to the back of Moccasin for a card up, and 2 lengths back then to the race favourite Golden Gate. 1,700 metres left to run in the feature trot of the night. Lead 5 of a turbo terminating pick 6, led up by Ruby's Jewel, and the lead time was 2:10.9. So we're halfway in the trot. There hasn't been overly much speed on. Ruby's Jewel takes them down towards the end of the back straight. 2 lengths in advance of Grace Lightning. Third on the inside is Montmorency. Moccasin, no luck. He's fourth and parked. Back on the inside is Pyramid Magic, who's over racing with the slow speed. And the 1-1 is Feather Boys. The next is Golden Gate. She's got through to be third last. Back on the inside is Bono Hest, and relegated back to the rear is OK Vanu, and she'd be 13 to 14 off the lead. 1,200 metres left to run. 33.6 was the first quarter of the last mile, so this is not a tough start test, the 2 miles so far. The leader is Ruby's Jewel through the straight. She's brought her manners to the track so far tonight too. Trots past the winning post and heads out towards the 900 metre mark by a length and a half in advance of Grace Lightning. Moccasin, the outside, has been doing it tough. Feather Boys offers back to go forward 3 wide. Montmorency 3 back on the inside. Pyramid Magic still over racing. Golden Gate on the charge forward 3 wide. 2 lengths away, OK Vanu and Bono Hest the inside. 31 seconds now. Was the second quarter, and it was a quarter of changes. It's still Ruby's Jewel, a length in advance of Feather Boys, who goes to the chair. Back on the inside is Grace Lightning. Golden Gate to the 1-1 as Moccasin's gone. Montmorency gets through on the inside of Pyramid Magic, who's also left the pegs and found Golden Gate's back. Further back then to Bono Hest. OK Vanu, Moccasin out of it. Across the top, 400 metres to run. Third quarter, 29.1. Ruby's Jewel starts to turn up the wick in front and put 2 on them. Grace Lightning, Feather Boys gone. Golden Gate out of the 1-1 to come forward. Further back, Montmorency. Off the track, Pyramid Magic. Ruby's Jewel went for home. Grace Lightning out to attack. 2 lengths away, Montmorency. Golden Gate down the outer. Ruby's Jewel wanting to lay in. On its outside is Grace Lightning. Golden Gate, Pyramid Magic down the outer. Ruby's Jewel, Golden Gate lunging late. Ruby's Jewel. Ruby's Jewel fell in to beat Golden Gate. Third's tight, Pyramid Magic or Grace Lightning, a grandstand finish in the feature trot. Next in Montmorency, followed by Bono Hest, OK Vanu, Feather Boys, and last in was Moccasin. Final quarter 29.9, and they've trotted off the front in 4:14.8 for the 2 miles. We'll take a little bit off that with a 10 metre handicap. She wanted to lay in, she was tired, Ruby's Jewel, but she'll win. Maddie Williamson will just hold up the inside. Golden Gate has come late, but she'll miss. Third will be Pyramid Magic, who did well after over racing, and Grace Lightning not far away. The first 4, a length and a half over them, Davey. Oh, you got to love these 2 mile trots.
Good run here. Nice run all 3. The first 3 home. Even Grace Lightning was pretty tidy as well, and fell in all right. They were rapidly closing. Golden Gate just went a little bit wide on the turn and just had too much ground to make up, but gee, this horse was trotting well. A game, and that's what Ruby's Jewel can do with the A game. Just there on the turn, out wide, and that's the difference between having the pole spot against the fence and out wide. You pinch 3 lengths, and he did. Good job, he did pinch it though, because they were coming like the wind the last little bit. And Pyramid Magic, just wanted to get really keen on the journey. And to do that at the end has been a pretty tidy performance. But Ruby's Jewel, it's win number 5, I think, in its career. Ruby's Jewel by Sundon from Shouldn't Do It. Raced by Bruce and Mrs. Wallace and trained for them by Phil Williamson. Matty gets the win. That's the 8th. We're off to Alexandra Park. We'll have our 9th somewhere about 9:30.
Thanks, Davey. So, third favourite takes out the 5th leg of pick 6, and I think there was about 35 live going into that event. So, we'll be down to single-digit units going into the last tonight, and it's not easy. Of pick 6, Djokovic is your $4 favourite, fresh off a win last week where it was a very good drive by Luck. He sat in as long as he could, took off at the 800 and looped round to the front, and from there he was just far too good for them. He goes back off a handicap tonight though, starts off the back mark of 20 metres, and saying that he's beginning so well, he's putting himself into the race early on. He's going to be very, very hard to beat tonight. So I put him on top. Djokovic in front of Katie Hall, I think, is the main danger. I thought Princess McKendon, if you're looking one rough odds, didn't get much luck here last week. Good place bet, Princess McKendon, at around about the $3 a place for Michelle Wallace. Their team in these trotting races, they're picking one up on a weekly basis. Ruby Jewel 491.70, Golden Gate another big run 130, Pyramid Magic 160, Quinella 660, Trifecta 59.20, first 4 4863, $186.10. Pick 6 update with 1 to go. There we are, single figure digits, 7.32 live, chasing 63,524, and of course it is a Terminator. 4, 6, 5, 9 and 4. The hard one to find there, Mr. Medal, at $20 odd. So there is Djokovic. Sundon, horse out of Levinsky. He's had 9 wins, this bloke. He's only a 5-year-old, but he's had 78 odd starts. He's been pretty busy in his life, but if anything, he's racing career best form. He'll make short work of that 20-metre handicap, and $4. And each way price about the Luck Chin trained runner. Katie Hall, I thought's been good off the front. Tim Vince, Jack McKinnon takes the drive. A winner 2 starts ago at Cambridge, and then on the short backup ran 4th to Djokovic last start. Princess McKendon, always thought she was a better short distance horse, but that form's been franked in its last 2 starts over 2,700 metres, where she hasn't had much room in the run home, and both times she's made up good ground, so she goes in the mix. And a horse that worked quite nicely on Saturday, opened up about $21 on fixed odds, is shortened a little bit, is running number 10, Rare Opportunity. He hasn't raced actually since the beginning of June behind Any Old Way, so he's had a month off, but I thought his work was actually quite good on Saturday. Time wasn't quick, but just the way he did it. 10 Rare Opportunity, the best roughie, David Butcher for Peter and Vaughan Blanchard. Maybe one to stick into your quaddies or your first 4s for race number 7 at Alexandra Park. 11, 3, 4 and 10 for me. Aaron's 11, 2, 4 and 7. Aaron, as I come to you for the 7th tonight, not many live in pick 6, only 7, and it kicks off our late quaddie.
Yeah, it does here, Craig. I went 11 Djokovic. He's racing well. Trotter in form. Son of Sundon, Luckchin, the trainer-driver, gunning for the hat-trick of victories. He's on top. Gintara's racing really, really well. No reasons why he couldn't gain another success tonight. Richard Brosnan will put in the 4 Princess McKendon. She's a good each-way chance in this race. Didn't get much luck last time out, last Friday night, in behind Djokovic. And 7 Majestic Ali has to be considered here too. Morris McKendry doing the driving there. 11, 2, 4 and 7. Just had a pretty special guest up in the commentary box here. Craig, Jonathan Tynan Moss. He plays Romeo in Romeo and Juliet in the Pop-Up Globe Theatre Company. Plays Sebastian in the 12th Night as well. He came and visited just prior to the last race.
You had all the big stars up in that commentary box at Alexandra Park, Aaron. Good on you. I'm sitting down here in the nice, probably minus 2 degrees at Alexandra Park with no heater, but I'm sure you've got your one. Fired right up in that commentary box there tonight. Around $11,000 in the quaddie pool here and climbing. A lot of people getting involved in the late quaddie here tonight. Of course, 4 to go here. Harness racing continues over the weekend. Don't forget, on Saturday night, the Terry Schmiel and Glenys Schmiel train neck time goes around the Gold Coast Oaks. Dexter Dunn will take the drive. I think that race is 8 minutes past 9 on Saturday evening. Of course, Chris and me will be back at Albion Park the following weekend. He's not going around this weekend. On the back of a third last week, where the reports are that he's come through that race A-OK.
Senor Gintara's Katie Hall, Princess McKendon, Highland Star, Little Bro, Majestic Ali, Bobby Breen off the 10, thanks Craig, and the back mark is Charlemagne. Rare Opportunity in Djokovic. Double and quaddie to open here on race 7. The front markers come forward. And away they go now in the Caduceus Club Handicap Trot. And off stride early was Little Bro. The others down and doing it right in the early stages. Monsignor first out. From up on the outside, Princess McKendon, then Highland Star Gintara's as they turn off the back. 3 or 4 lengths away in the field, then to Katie Hall, and they're followed by Djokovic, who's made a safe beginning. It's in front of Bobby Breen, and they're followed then by Majestic Ali, Charlemagne. Now, Rare Opportunity. He's gone for a rear gallop, coming across the showgrounds turn first occasion. Losing plenty of touch with the main peloton, and back with him too now was Little Bro. So into the lane, 2 1/4 to go, and Highland Star breasting up alongside its stablemate Princess McKendon, and will work across and take the front. Then Monsignor, Katie Hall is out parked, Gintara's the inside, Djokovic 1-1, then Bobby Breen, Majestic Ali, Charlemagne. There's 20 lengths away in the field to Little Bro, and Rare Opportunities a further 5 lengths off that. They work the stables corner, Highland Star leads from Princess McKendon. Up on the outside, Katie Hall, third and park. Back on the inside, Monsignor. Djokovic beautifully spotted 1-1 for luck. Gintara's said the opportunity to work away from the markers. Will take that opportunity and get onto the back of the race favourite, will Richard Brosnan. 2 lengths away in the field then as they trot through the back was Bobby Breen from Charlemagne, Majestic Ali. They're the winning chances. The other pair no chance in a lead time of 1:25.6 in the Caduceus Club Trot. Into the back straight, 1500 to go. Highland Star, Katie Hall up on the outside. Princess McKendon, lovely drag in the trail for Michelle Wallace, and then came Djokovic. Back over on the inside, Monsignor, then Gintara's. They're followed by Charlemagne against the pegs. Bobby Breen second last of the winning chances. Majestic Ali is the last, further away Little Bro, and Rare Opportunity. 1200 metres left to go as they work into the lane again. And the opening quarter of the final mile cut out in 31.8. Highland Star from Princess McKendon. Katie Hall's done it tough out park. In 3 back on the inside, Monsignor. Djokovic 1-1. 4 back the inside is Charlemagne. Then Gintara's Bobby Breen on its back for Andre Potama. Majestic Ali and the Magic Man Morris McKendry. Last of the winning chances as they scoot around the stables corner again. Highland Star in front for Zach Butcher. Leads a little over a length from Katie Hall. Princess McKendon's had the gun run on its back. Monsignor, then Djokovic at the 800 metre mark, second quarter. 34.2. Charlemagne the insider, Gintara's Bobby Breen, Majestic Ali looking to take off. Through the back goes Highland Star. From on its back is Princess McKendon. Katie Hall, Monsignor, Djokovic sliding forward. Majestic Ali out 3. Then Charlemagne, Gintara's Bobby Breen into the back straight coming up. 500 to go. Highland Star will turn onto the showgrounds turn first. Up on the outside, Katie Hall. Out 3 wide, Majestic Ali striding into the race with purpose. Princess McKendon will wait the passing lane. Djokovic, Gintara's out wider. Then Charlemagne, Bobby Breen, Monsignor back the inside. Back straight quarter, 31.7. 7. Majestic Ali strikes the front and goes for home. Djokovic right there. Gintara is there, followed then by Charlemagne and Bobby Breen. Majestic Ali, but Djokovic breasts up alongside. Charlemagne is getting back to the inside. Djokovic 100 to go. Charlemagne the only danger. Djokovic gunning for the hat-trick. It's Wimbledon time, and Djokovic, he's got a hat-trick. Djokovic too good. Second Charlemagne, Majestic Ali for third. Then Bobby Breen. They were followed by Gintaras further back in the field to Monsignor. They were followed by Katie Hall, had a tough one. Princess McKendon, forget she went round. She was taken back on the corner when Highland Star yielded ground. They were followed by Rare Opportunity, and Little Bro in 332.8. We'll trim that up with the back mark. 29.4 was the final quarter. Well, he's found some great form. Djokovic gets his 10th victory tonight. 8th victory under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park, and he's done that in pretty good fashion too. Trotter well in form, and he shows that with a good win. Charlemagne, good to see him back amongst the placings tonight. He'll just get second from Majestic Ali in the Caduceus Club Handicap Trot. Nice win, Djokovic.
Official placings, race 7, the Caduceus Club Handicap Trot. 11.97821. 11.97821. Horse 11, Djokovic, trotted the 2,700 metres from a stand in a handicap and a net time of 3:31.2. Mile rate of 25.9. Last 861.1, the 429.4. The margins 1.5 lengths, a half head, 2.5 lengths. 11.97821. All official race 7 Caduceus Club Handicap Trot.
Djokovic back at the head of the field, gets his hat-trick tonight and does it in pretty good fashion. The Sundon Levinsky 5-year-old bay gelding, second success for the stock of Sundon. Dr. Luck Chin along with the estate of Miss J.R. Anderson, C. Heberley and R.J. Erickson, the owners. Luck Chin, the trainer-driver out of Tamahiri. Luck, of course, the breeder of the Sundon 5-year-old. Win 10 at start 79, and Djokovic, he's done that in fine fashion from his back mark of 20 metres tonight. 9, Charlemagne, Earl, Lady Odette, 8-year-old brown gelding for second. C.J. Butler along with the estate of Mrs. R.M. Butler, the owners. Colin Butler trained at Cambridge, Kyle Marshall. And 7, Majestic Ali, Majestic Sun, Gillion's Paradise, 4-year-old bay mare for third. S.R. Hewson and Mrs. A.R. Hewson, the owners. Michelle Bernie Hackett trained at Waiuku, Morris McKendry. Terry Quinn was down there, part of the victory celebrations, along with Gordon Robertson, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, after the very good win of Djokovic tonight. 11, Djokovic will return $3.40 the win and $1.80 the place. 3.40 and 1.80. 9, Charlemagne, 5.50, 5.50. 7, Majestic Ali, $2.90, 2.90. Quinella, 49.50, 49.50. Trifecta, 924 even, 924. First 4 partially struck, 2,139.40, 2,139.40, and a jackpot of $2,032 going through to race 8. Pick 6 tonight, 1.4 winning units. 4, 6, 5, 9, 4, 11, $45,374.50. 4, Risk Factor, 6, Shandale, 5, Mr. Medal, 9, Bonnie's Khaleesi, 4, Ruby's Jewel, and now 11, Djokovic, and 1.4 winning units in pick 6, $45,374.50. Race 8 on the card tonight to open the last treble, and of course that big carry forward in the first 4 as well of over $2,000. Hydroflow Distributors Grass Track Series 1700 metre pace, and there are no scratchings. We race in 21 minutes time at 20 minutes to 10 o'clock.
This dog, Allegro Runnings, it's only been here 4 times, won 3 of them. 1769, her best go. Most recent win has been at Manawatu, and her most recent performance has been at Manawatu from the same box on Monday. Now, on what she's done here, you'd have to rate her some sort of chance. At reasonable odds, Allegro Runnings, you'd think if either Asa Cash Queen or Scooters Rose or both of them ran up to their best, then Allegro Runnings might not beat them at this stage of things, but if they didn't, then Allegro Runnings could perhaps take advantage. 2-dog Big Time Rain, I thought maybe off that draw might be next best in, but I sort of think that the winner may have already been mentioned. Big Time Rain capable enough though, particularly off the 2 box for Nathan Udy. Ran 3rd in this grade 2 back. We had a look at Big Time Red Foo, dog who races along pretty well for Gary and Sandra Fredrickson. Hasn't saluted for a wee while, but racing honestly enough. Homebush Flight off the 4. She's certainly better than her recent form would suggest. She's a 16 race winner. And she's not all that old. She's nearly 3. So you'd think she's got a bit left in her, but she is having start 99, so she has had a lot of racing. She's off her game at the moment. We'll find this easier than recent assignments, but having said that, it's not like it's a soft class 3 either. Fair cruising, when she pings and runs, she can do the job. Whether she could do it off the 7, she's done it a couple of times there before, but in this company I'm not sure, especially with Manu Rama on her outside. And although Manu's won 2 of his last 3, he does struggle from the wide draws. To the traps, race 11, Palamountain Scientific Nutrition Class 3 Sprint. There's a Cash Queen off box 1. Allegro Runnings the 3. Gold Rug here, Big Time Red Foo, and Fair Cruisin' in the black. Manu going down first. He's not that happy about it either, the 80. He must have looked at his record from boxes 7 and 8. Don't actually want to go in here. But he's in now, that's why he boxes up first. Anyway, odd numbers go up. And rest of the evens, Big Time Rain, Homebush Flight, Scooters Rose. Scooters Rose, 230 the tote, 270 the book. Ready to run, favourites off the 6, Scooters Rose. Set. Racing, Scooters Rose comes out humming as a Cash Queen, and Manu Rama get into their work early as well. They'll be followed through there by Big Time Red Foo trying to push into the action further back in the race. Then Homebush Flight, Allegro Runnings, Big Time Rain. They're all well back as they swing the corner. It's Scooters Rose out wide and closer as a Cash Queen. Scooters Rose too good again from as a Cash Queen. I think Manu Rama just 3rd ahead of Big Time Red Foo. And the Scooter Sports Bar goes off. Back and behind those runners to Fair Cruisin'. Homebush Flight, Allegro Runnings, Big Time Rain at the back. She does it again. Scooters Rose, dog 6. And tonight she's clocked a 17 and 62, which is 1/100th of a second better than last week. Run home 10.69. And it's been 6, 1, 8 and 5. And she's won it on merit. Because as a Cash Queen got off the lids well and did her best to make a race of it. And although Scooters Rose uses up plenty of track, as a Cash Queen couldn't save enough ground to make it count. Manu Rama, he doesn't place a lot off the 8, and he's done it. It's his 3rd, placing in 16 starts from the 8, but he bounced well, and he chased the 2 favourites, and Big Time Red Foo on the inside had a bit of a match race with Manu for 3rd. 6.93 for the lead up, 6.185 confirming, 17.62's a PB, 10.69 the run home. By Spring Gun out of Real Clever, she's raced by the Scooter Sports Bar Syndicate. You may have heard them down below. There was plenty of noise. Tom McCracken trains locally. It's win 7 at start 27. And she's really starting to stack them together now. Scooters Rose, the toast of Scooter Sports Bar. 1 3/4, 1 1/4 and ahead have been the margins in race number 11, which leaves us 1 to go. The 12th, the Book Your Function at Hattrick, also a Class 3 sprint with 9 and 10 missing. And that will get underway at 9:49 tonight. Just awaiting that result to come through from race 11, but the favourite salutes. Scooters Rose eased with the book late in the piece, but the money was still there on the tote, thereabouts anyway, 260 and 160. As a Cash Queen, $1.50, and Manu Rama paid $5 for 3rd. The Quinella, $3.70. Trifecta, $81.40. 6185 first 4, $314 even. So that's our 11th. As I say, one to go at 9:49. Back with you then. In the meantime, we head to Forbury Park in Dunedin, and Dave McDonald, we're up to race number 9 on the card, and this is the Claimers Series final tonight.
Yes, Roger, they race for a stake of $10,000 here, the Claimers in their final, and one would presume the battle from last week between Donegal Jimmy Dave and 4 Stars Shiraz, it will continue, only this time it's a little different. They both have outside alleys here, and last week 4 Stars Shiraz came off the back of Donegal Jimmy Dave and nailed him in the run home. I can't see that happening tonight. For a start, 4 Stars Shiraz, drawn 9 of the gate, will be hard pressed to trail, I reckon, from out there. Because the trailing horse is probably going to be Jerry Fitz, number 4. Speaking to Jeff Nutt earlier, and he was of the opinion, that's before I heard the paddock tip, which I'll get to in a moment. That was before I heard that anyway. His plan was for Jerry Fitz to cross the inside 3 and then wait on Donegal Jimmy Dave or 4 Stars Shiraz, who he expected to go out off the gate fast, and hand up to one of them. However, there might be a little bit of a problem for him, because I've heard the paddock tip out the door is Superior Desire number 3, who's at $6.90 and $2, Sam Motley. And I think, now that they're on the track, the plan for Superior Desire is pretty similar to the plan of Jerry Fitz. So who's going to get to the markers first? They were all expecting the 8 and 9 to show some gate speed and crossover. Donegal Jimmy Dave, who was the favourite at $2.70, $1.40, and Dexter Dunn looking to get one back on Nathan Williamson, who I think might just be heading him in the Drivers' Challenge. And Nathan doesn't have a drive in this, so the door is open for Dexter. He's on the favourite, $2.70, not the favourite by much. 4 Stars Shiraz, number 9 is on the total, $2.80 and $1.30. Whichever way you look at this field, they are the two that are going to, I think, dominate the finish. They really should. And Jerry Fitz goes good races if he can cross Superior Desire, which is the plan, but it's also the plan of Sam Motley, I believe, as well, is to get out and cross the other two and perhaps hold out Jerry Fitz. And Superior Desire has solid support here, $6.70 and $2. Jerry Fitz is at as usual, around about 15. However, for the place, $2.40. If you're chasing first fours, he's a must-have in that. Off the others, Handle by Hank was good enough, but this is a little different here, even though it has the number 1 alley. Van Halem. Now, what could Van Halem do here from the 2 gate? It's at 33s, so you wouldn't expect too much. Superior Desire, big support. Jerry Fitz, a must-have. Laughing Cavalier. Now, at 17s and 3s, Laughing Cavalier, he's a 2-win horse. Andrew Armour trains, and Kimmy Butt's doing the driving on Laughing Cavalier. Should be held, so should Atom Hanover, who's on the tote at 31s, Fleeting Grins at 25s, and that leaves Motu Speedy Star. He would probably be a player. Number 10, he wouldn't be the worst, the old veteran in here. He's 11. It's Jasper, and he's on the tote at 15s and $3.20. And John Morrison is doing the driving on that. And he's a talented little linesman too, that quite often punches long shots into the money. Well, this one is not long, no, it's at $3.20, and I think it's at least a first 4 hope. Oh, and 894 chucked in the 10. And that's before I heard that there's a lot of talk for this Superior Desire. There's Jerry going round, Jerry Fitz, he's just a great old horse, this. He's at about start number 130 tonight for Jerry, and he's won 11 off them. And he's just a war horse, keeps on going. Upstairs to you, Chase, you heard the Superior Desire rumours?
No.
There's a bit of them floating around down here.
Well, it's late in the night. Have they been drinking?
Short answer, yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, can't win.
No, I know it can't win, no, 8 or 9.
They might better get to the markers first. If they have a race on that, it might win. But no, not for me. No, it should be 8 and the 9, one of these two. I don't know, 9 and 8. I can't really split them, to be honest. 4 Stars Shiraz has just been so good. Donegal Jimmy Dave sort of had his chance last week to hold him out, but he couldn't.
Well, when they turned for home, look, 4 Stars Shiraz was clearly travelling the better.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, and he looked good again. Motu Speedy Star's a good place chance here. I think they'll go nuts. He'll follow them round for the long place price Prince. That's actually a name I named somebody, but it's actually stuck. And it's a good one too. the place price Prince. But no, he's going well, that boy, and he nearly got one up earlier at big money. This one's not paying much. 4.30 though. It's probably more like $1.50 for John, but yeah, he's got a hope. And Jerry Fitz, he goes in for fourth. And but I just can't see them beating these two. They've been so dominant the last couple of weeks. Well, last week at least. Donald Jimmy Dave's a bit of a newcomer here. 4 stars Shiraz though, he's just been great, hasn't he? Shane Forgy and Brian Norman, they forked out the $10,000 and they've been rewarded so far. And if they win tonight, well, turns into a great investment, doesn't he? Here we go. Moving up now for the King of Acclaimers, the Forbury Park edition. And great battle for favouritism here. And now the favourite, still Jonathan Jimmy Dave, courtesy of his place price. And 4 stars Shiraz. Now we've got one right at the back door here, and it's the three-legged pacer, Motu Speedy Star. He's picked a great night to not want to pace. He's out of it, Motu Speedy Star, and he still won't pace. No hobbles tonight. Amazing. Close to a start. 2002, they're underway in the Claimers final. Handlebar Hanked gate speed on the inside. Jerry Fitz giving 3-4 cuts with the stick to go forward. Look at 4 stars Shiraz turning it on out wide. Jonathan Jimmy Dave will settle fourth to the first corner from Superior Desire Van Halen. 2 lengths away, Laughing Cavalier, Atom Hanover. Fleeting Grin and Motu Speedy Star. He's finally decided to pace, but he's out of the race. 1,800 metres left to run. 4 stars Shiraz. He closed off the favourite at 2:30, and he'll lead up into the back. A length and a half, Handlebar Hank. Donald Jimmy Dave the outside going forward. Next on the inside is Jerry Fitz. 3 back for now. About to be 4 back though as Donald Jimmy Dave going up to wrestle the lead. Off 4 stars Shiraz. 42.5 was the lead time. Up on the outside, without cover, Superior Desire. Van Halen back on the inside, a length and a half, Laughing Cavalier. 2 lengths away, Adam Hanover. Last is Fleeting Grin, and forget about Motu Speedy Star. I think he's already gone home. Across the top they come, 1,300 out from home in the Forbury Park Trotting Club Claimers final. Donald Jimmy Dave into the lead. Leads a length and a half, 4 stars Shiraz. The leader's back, 3 back the inside, Handlebar Hank. 30.7 was the first quarter of the last mile, as they normally do for Claimers. They lick along. Without cover, Superior Desire. 4 back on the inside is Jerry Fitz. And the 1-1 sit, Laughing Cavalier. Back on the inside of horses, locked away is Van Halen. Adam Hanover to its outside, and last a length and a half to Fleeting Grin. 12 lengths off the leader. Out of a straight, they head out towards the 850 metre mark. Jonathan Jimmy Dave in control. A length and a half, 4 stars Shiraz, who's chewing steel on the leader's back. Second quarter, 30.5. Up on the outside without covers is Superior Desire. 3 back on the inside, Handlebar Hank. Laughing Cavalier, about to peel from the 1-1 as Superior Desire was a bit flat at that point. 4 back on the inside is Jerry Fitz. Going around them 2 now is Atom Hanover. Well back is Van Halen, second last, and last on the outside, Fleeting Grin, Motu Speedy Star out of the race from the get-go. Across the top they come, 4:50 left to run. Donald Jimmy Dave ups the tempo a bit more, 29 seconds the third quarter. 4 stars Shiraz here waits the passing lane. Laughing Cavalier running into the race, Atom Hanover on its back and behind them Jerry Fitz, in Handlebar Hank off the pegs into the straight. 200 left to go, Donald Jimmy Dave. 4 stars Shiraz, there's the passing lane. Wider out Laughing Cavalier, it's the 2 favourites. Donald Jimmy Dave, 4 stars Shiraz, and a great battle. Donald Jimmy Dave is holding 4 stars Shiraz. Donald Jimmy Dave gets the Claimers final, beats 4 stars Shiraz. Laughing Cavalier third. Next in Jerry Fitz, Adam Hanover. Further back in the field was Van Halen, Handlebar Hank, Fleeting Grin, and last in was Superior Desire. Motu Speedy Star, he didn't want to play ball tonight, he took no part. 29.5 the last quarter, 242.3, and they switch roles tonight. Donald Jimmy Dave will hold off 4 stars Shiraz. Looked like it was going to be just like last week, but Donald Jimmy Dave will fight off 4 stars Shiraz. Laughing Cavalier better tonight third, and Atom Hanover will knock off Jerry Fitz for that 4th spot. They looked the 2, Davey, and they were first and second home. Second favourite beats the fave.
Exactly, and he went round and gave 4 stars Shiraz exactly the same trip as he did last week, and I thought, oh, Dexter. However, this time, Donegal Jimmy Dave would not let 4 stars Shiraz go past. Last week Blair Orange attacked him on the outside and just breezed on by. This time it was already being occupied, that spot out in the track, so he had to wait on the passing lane, went up on the inside and couldn't quite get there. Either he wasn't quite good enough tonight, or sharp enough as he was last week, or Donegal Jimmy Dave was just a little bit better. Because once again, Dexter was the first to get busy, as he was last week. Only this time, Donegal Jimmy Dave kept it up all the way to the line and has scored here, $2.10. And you were going to get $2.50, or $2.50 for Donegal Jimmy Dave, and you were going to get $2.10 had the 9 beat it. But it didn't. $2.50 $1, 4 Stars Shiraz at $1.30, and Laughing Cavalier, the best of the rest, at $4.50. 8-9 Quinellas at $1.60. The trifectas at $41.60. Atom Hanover 4th, 8, 9, 5 and 6. The first four, $326.60. Double coming in a moment as well. The 4-8 doubles at $11.80, and the concession with number 9 is at $5.80. That's the 9th from Fulbury Park. We're off up the island to join Craig for the 8th at Alexandra Park.
Yeah, thanks, Davey. That's 3 for the Robert Dunn team tonight. They took out the maiden race with a 2-year-old, also Mr. Medal, and now Donegal Jimmy Dave winning that race there. So 3 tonight. They got 3 last night. I think they're sitting around 9 behind Mark Purden, Ellie Rasmussen. Still got another runner in with Pembroke Harry being favoured in the next. So pretty big weekend for the Robert Dunn team. And of course they'll continue on to Timaru. I think they've got about half a dozen going around there on Sunday. So it's making things very interesting. I think Mark's only got the one going around over the weekend, 3 in total. They had a win with, of course, Superfecta last night. So this trainer's premiership could go down to the wire. Robert Dunn making it very interesting. 20 runners over the weekend and having a very big part to play with 6 winners in 2 days. Our next at Alexandra Park, this is the grass track series. Remember, $2,000 carried forward in the first 4 here, so get involved in that. That pool is climbing. Driver we need to talk to is Todd Mitchell. He's aboard Stunning Banner. Todd, 2-pronged attack in the 8th. Let's talk about Chardon's Pearl, barrier 1. Will aid her chances tonight, but pretty tough field.
It is a tough field, and to tell the truth, well, like her races, she's been disappointing. She works better at home. Maybe she's looking for the broodmare paddock. I think tonight's going to be her last run. She's drawn good. Hopefully Andrew can sort of keep handy from the draw. She's got a bit of gate speed, but I just hope she puts her best foot forward, because she's working quite well, but just doesn't seem to be putting it, on the track race night. So maybe broodmare time, but we'll find out tonight.
Stable runner Stunning Banner. First up for your team tonight. I mean, he's a very good horse. He's the winner of 13 races, Todd. Where is he at in his career? Have we seen the best Stunning Banner, or have you seen something on the track that suggests that he can get back to that form that he had, say, maybe 2 years ago?
To tell the truth, well, I've only had the horse a couple of weeks, and I haven't done a lot with him. I've just haven't worked him hard or anything, so I'm still getting to know the horse. Tonight it's going to be hard for him off 3 the second row over 1700, but I think we'll get a line off it, and it's 2200 next week. But if they go hard and he gets a trip, I think he gives you the impression at home that he's got a bit of toughness about him, and he hasn't got real sheer speed. So 13 of his races, he's probably won 6 of them at Manawatu, so he's been very well placed. But he's a nice, kind horse, and he's right placed in these grass track sort of claiming races. So we'll just see if we can have a bit of fun with him.
He gets in as a $9,000 claimer here, along with On the Razzle, the 2 horses that have assessed at Class 9. Their best days are obviously beyond them now. The rising 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds, Stunning Banner and On the Razzle, but they're doing a good job, especially On the Razzle in the last couple of weeks, really on the improve. Stunning Banner, watched him go through the parade ring tonight, looked okay. He'll benefit with tonight's run, but as Todd mentioned, he's a horse that follows a good speed, and they may run along a bit here. Pull up blinds, go aboard Stunning Banner tonight, and if you like him, he's $13. He's in my top 3. That horse on screen is my top pick in this race. 7 Liberty Sticks. Go back 2 starts ago, she beat On the Razzle here. Last week she did everything wrong from the mobile. Tony Hurley back on board tonight. I think she can win this race. She's got a great record over the short distances. Miles, 1700 metres are really her go. I know it's not a great draw, but the inside 5 is certainly not up to her class. She's a C6 mare. Maybe her last season of racing, Liberty Sticks, now a rising 6-year-old, but she is the winner of 7 races, and I thought she's a big chance tonight, Liberty Sticks. She's a $3.40 favourite. Second pick for me is runner number 8, Vibhuti, another one that's been racing far stronger fields. Not an ideal draw, but it's a preferential draw with the barrier draws here. David on board, 8 Vibuti, has won on this track before. Down the bottom, 10 Major Classic, 11 Stunning Banner. Major Classic trained by Jeff Small, Ben Butcher aboard and Todd Mitchell aboard. Stunning Banner. Best of the rest, 12 on the rails. Well, good field this. They'll run some time. Always competitive, these grass track series races. I expect nothing less over the 1700 metres. Aaron White's numbers, he's 7 on top to beat 12, 8, 10. 7 Liberty Sticks on top as well. Aaron, as I come to you, good race this. Makes it interesting with the preferential draws because most of the favourites are drawn badly.
Yeah, you did right there. We'll stick with the Liberty Sticks. Forget she went round last week. Of course, she blew the score up. She was a very good winner 2 starts ago. She's got a good record over the sprint journeys here as well. So she's on top. The 5-year-old mare by Washington VC running for a performance incentive bonus tonight, as too is the 12 on the Razzle. He's been doing a good job. The better's Delight Gelding for Joe Stevens, Dylan Ferguson. 8 Vibuti, got a bad draw, but he's a definite chance in this race. David Butcher, the co-trainer along with John, he'll do the driving, David. And we'll put in the 10 Major Classic. He was a nice winner 3 starts back, Ben Butcher, Jeff Small. 7, 12, 8 and 10 for me to open the final treble.
Thanks, Aaron. You needed the first leg Djokovic of your quaddie, and this starts the late treble on races 8, 9 and 10. First 4, Paul, getting over $8,000. You've still got time to get involved. $2,000 carried forward from the last race. Sunday racing at Timaru. Big program down there. 9 race program at Timaru on Sunday afternoon. The first kicking off there at midday. Timaru Harness, Sunday afternoon.
Stunning Banner and on the Razzle. The runners 100 metres away from a start for the Hydroflow Distributors Grass Track Series mobile pace over the 1700 metres. So 1 3/4 laps under the ribbon of light. We're set and ready. Green lights, and they're off. Minstrel Boy off the arm strongly with Easy for Cullen, and coming forward Elliot Daniel. Back on the inside, Chardon's Pearl, then Zach's Patrol and Sakura. Liberty Sticks did come out, but she's looking for a spot now in midfield. So, Scanrico Bay back on the inside. There followed Stunning Banner Vibuti back in the field on the Razzle Major Classic. The run off the gate in 5.8. Elliot Daniel to take up the running from Minstrel Boy, and 3 back the inside. Easy for Cullen as Liberty Sticks strides forward up on the outside of Zach's Patrol. They're followed by Sakura back over on the inside, then Chardon's Pearl. Vibuti back in the field as Liberty Sticks has a play for the lead here. Opening quarter and 28 and 8. Back in the field is Stunning Banner with Scanrico Bay to its inside on the Razzle Major Classic, the last pair. Stables corner their one and only time. Liberty Sticks with Minstrel Boy the outside. Elliot Daniel trailing Zach's Patrol 1-1, and 3 back the inside. Easy for Cullen. Sakura in the running line. Back on the inside, Chardon's Pearl. They're followed by Stunning Banner. Back in the field, Scanrico Bay with on the Razzle Major Classic and last Vibuti. Second quarter 29.6. Through the back they go. Liberty Sticks a half. Minstrel Boy. Elliot Daniel with the nice drop in the trail, and 1-1 Zach's Patrol. Then Easy for Cullen, 3 back on the inside. Sakura's the next, looking to come forward. Stunning Banner and also on the Razzle. Scanrico Bay drives up between horses. Back on the inside then to Chardon's Pearl. They're followed by Vibuti and Major Classic. Back straight quarter 28.9. In front Liberty Sticks. Minstrel Boy right there. Scouting wider is on the Razzle as they come for home. Liberty Sticks leads by 3/4. Minstrel Boy 2 lengths on the Razzle. Sakura. Zach's Patrol, and further back in the field is Vibuti. In front Liberty Sticks. Minstrel Boy tries hard, 100 to go. Liberty Sticks. Minstrel Boy won't go away on the outside. Liberty Sticks. Minstrel Boy tries. Liberty Sticks. Minstrel Boy's going to get close right on the line. Oh, might have got her. Minstrel Boy, Liberty Sticks, very, very tight photo finish. Scanrico Bay maybe just third in front of Easy for Cullen, out wide of Vibuti, and then Major Classic. They were followed by Chardon's Pearl. Further back in the field, Sakura. Zach's Patrol back with Stunning Banner on the Razzle. Elliot Daniel to be the last. 2:03.2 will trim up into a nice mile rate. They've run the last quarter in 30 seconds. Has Scanrico Bay got the favourite right on the line here? I should say Minstrel Boy it is. Minstrel Boy, yes it is, and I'd say he might have just got it right on the line. Liberty Sticks, Scanrico Bay will be third. Fourth we've got Vibuti, right there too, Zach's Patrol. There's another one through on the inside too, easy for Cullen. A very tight photo finish in the Hydroflow Distributors Grass Track Series Mobile Pace.
First four placings are confirmed in race 8, the Hydroflow Distributors Grass Track Series Mobile Pace. 3798, 3798 confirmed, photos to follow.
The call from Judge Graham McLennan goes the way of Minstrel Boy. It's career win 6 tonight. It starts 77. Cherie Wig, the owner and trainer out of QMU, and Salish Abernathy to come back at the head of the field. Art Major 6-year-old Bay Gilding out of Just Another Lover for GJ Cooney, BT Cooney and Ms A.M. Kavesi, the breeders. Minstrel Boy back at the head of the field. Ken and Karen Brecken down there, part of the victory celebrations. Peter May, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, also in attendance. Nice win, Minstrel Boy. 7, Liberty Sticks, Washington VC, Star of Liberty Brown, 5-year-old mare for the 3-putt, number 2 Syndicate. Tony Hurley, the trainer-driver out of Papakura. 9, Scanrico Bay. Courage Under Fire, 6-year-old Bay Gelding at a home bay. MD Bowden, the owner. Matthew Bowden, trained at Pukekohe. Andre Potama.
Official placings now in race 8, the Hydroflow Distributors Grass Track Series. 379854, 379854. Horse 3, Minstrel Boy, paced the 1700 metres in 203.24. Mile rate of 156.6. Last 858.9 and the 430. The margins are nose, 3 3/4 lengths, a half neck. 379854. All official race 8 Hydroflow Distributors Grass Track Series Mobile Pace.
3, Minstrel Boy, $22.10 and $6.10, $22.10 and $6.10. 7, Liberty Sticks at $1, $1 and 9, Scanrico Bay, $4.60, $4.60. Quinella, $26.90, $26.90. Trifecta, $2,406.50, $2,406.50. First 4 partially struck, $14,181.70. $14,181.70. $10,210 jackpots through to race number 9, so that will climb to a healthy number in the first 4. 11 and 3 in the double. Djokovic and now Minstrel Boy, $41.90, $41.90. 11 and 7 concession, $2.60, $2.60. Race 9, Elabar Grass Track Graduate Series Mobile Pace over the 2,700 metres. Take out 5, Emerson Margaret, 11, Minstrel Boy.
And the 4-dog Botany win has been okay of late, and the 4-box is probably the issue for her in this field. She has struggled to win from there, but again, she's another dog similar to one I was talking about earlier. That was Cranky Pants, wasn't it? Well, it missed from box 5 again, but Botany Win has been more than capable of winning from box 5, but has a hopeless record from box number 4. And sometimes that's just circumstance, and sometimes it's just been the races that it's been drawn that particular box in, and sometimes it's just drawn that up in the grades as opposed to down in the grades. So there's a few reasons for it, and sometimes statistics can lie a touch, or you can certainly dig deeper into them. I think Botany Win from the squeeze box in this field, though, has the job ahead. We haven't seen a lot of Big Fat Gypsy of late, the 6. Just one run in May, and prior to that hadn't been seen since March. Khaleesi's won her last 2. One of them was a shared win at the Manawa 2. Fair step up here, though. And Homebush Zane, not right at peak at the moment, off the 2. We'll see what he can do. To the traps, book your function at Hat-Trick Class 3 Sprint to finish. Corborn Rowan, Box of Fluffies, Khaleesi, Corborn Steve, the first line. Then Homebush Zane, Botany Win, Big Fat Gypsy, Asteria. Corborn Rowan goes $3.20 on the tote. $4 fixed odds favourite. Corborn Rowan favourite off the 1. And we are lined and ready. The doors are closed. The green light's on. And Ray Udy rolls the lure for the final time tonight and was set to go. Racing, Corborn Rowan step well, Big Fat Gypsy's out fast as well, followed there by Botany Win, up and around the outside here for Khaleesi, trying to get around the outside there was Corborn Steve, Asteria's well back, so too Box of Fluffies and Homebush Zane on the corner here, and Corborn Rowan streaks clear, coming after it, Botany Win, Corborn Rowan, Botany Win, third to go by Corborn Steve, then Big Fat Gypsy, fourth Box of Fluffies next in, then Asteria, Khaleesi and Homebush Zane at the back of the pack. Corborn Rowan delivers for Liz Doody, and it's a 17.64 with a 10.62 run home, 7.02 lead up, 1, 4, 7 and 6 the numbers on the board. Dominant win off the inside draw, Liz Doody, runner up last week with this greyhound, first time in the kennel, second up a win. Botany Win peaked down second ahead of Corborn Steve and Big Fat Gypsy, who got off the lids quite well. Asteria didn't, and wasn't a factor. Bumped early with Corborn Steve, wasn't a help. But speed from the inside and held everything else at bay. Botany Win worked to the rail. Khaleesi stuck out wide around Big Fat Gypsy, and Corborn Steve saving a wee bit of ground. Corborn Rowans by Collide over Corborn Kathy, Andre Patama and A. Rouse, the owners. Liz Doody now the trainer, and it's win 11 at start 55. And Liz brings the greyhound back at the head of the field in the last. I've given you all the details, maybe with the exception of the margins, which were 1.5, a half and 2 lengths. We watch them charge up the straight in the last of the night. Just looking back through the night, Matt Roberts bagged a brace, and he's the only one. The Kite family won 2, one for Fred and one for Wendy, but once again, as it has been in a few meetings of late, well shared around here in the central districts, Darcy Patama, Liz Doody's son, got a win earlier with his partner Kelly Gommans. So a couple of family affair braces, if you like. Corborn Rowan, the 1, 360, 190 in the last 4. Botany Win 320, and Corborn Steve the 7, $1.60. Quinella 25.20. Trifecta $153.50. And first 4 pretty healthy with a favourite on top, 1, 4, 7 and 6, $2,680.60. And other exotics to follow. Double, 6 and 1, $10.10 with Scooters Rose in the previous, $9.10 the concession. 261 treble, $40.80. Corborn Brickleg 1, so all the favourites are there. And the quaddie, which was started by a favoured candidate as well. So 3, 2, 6 and 1's paid $100.30, and place 6 tonight has returned $55.20. It was far too trendy, incidentally, in that first leg of the quaddie. So that's another Friday night here at Hat-Trick Raceway. We're back here on Wednesday at 12:01. First race just after 12:30 on Monday at Manawa 2 Raceway. I'll catch up with you there on behalf of the team who brought you the action here tonight, directed by Neil Pockets Moody. Bid you a very good evening. We pass you down to Dave McDonald at Forbury Park. Dave, up to race number 10, which normally on a cool night would be cause for celebration, but we're keeping you there for an 11th.
Yeah, you certainly are too. And it's ice starting to appear on anything that's metal outside, so probably -2 or -3 degrees outside. Chilly little night here. And this event, the David Latter Builders Mobile Pace, good bloke him too. Pembroke Harry looking to give Robert Dunn 4 for the night. He's already bagged 3 training-wise, and Dexter has bagged 3 driving-wise, and 4's on the cards, because I don't think they'll beat this horse actually. Pembroke Harry was rolled last time out by I Try, who snavelled it along the passing lane. Was 3 back defence and always was travelling well at I Try that night, and managed to nab Pembroke Harry. But look, he'll just head for the front here from the 2 gate, and we know what Dexter's like in front. He just rates them so well. He's going to have Better Go Hurry on his back though, and that's yeah. Can he get rolled again by a horse slingshotting him? I don't know. Chances are no. But Better Go Hurry is a big player. Tactical VC. Now, it shouldn't really be paying $4.40 for a place, because I think it's a big place chance, this horse, Tactical VC. It ran second. The second was behind Pembroke Harry. And you're letting it going out paying $4? Really? I think it's a player. I really do. I like those top 3. 2, 1, 3. Off the others, there's a couple here in the second line. Arthur Lowe, number 12, who's on the tote at 15s and $3.60. There's Pembroke Harry, another better's delight. There's been a few of those win tonight as well. And this one's at a Diamond Bright. 17 starts, 2 wins. Probably 18 starts, 3 wins after this is over in about 3 minutes' time. There's Concord Dawn. Now, this horse here is drawn behind Better Go Hurry. So if the scenario happens that Dexter goes to the front, that horse there will be 3 back defence. It's a dangerous place for it to be. Matty's doing the driving. It's at $8 and $2.40. That drags it into contention. The 2 on the second line that worth mentioning are Arthur Lowe, number 12. That's on the tote at 15s and $3.60. He goes the odd goodie, but he's going to need luck from there. And Just a Sip is at $5.60. Doesn't always get the best alleys, this horse, but as you can tell by the form line, it's not the worst. But it does have a shocking alley to work from today, or tonight, and I don't think it can. So that leaves the 10 horse. Understudy number 4 is the Hamish Hunter runner in this. $11 a place. If they go ballistic speed-wise, that plays into its hands. It's not the type of horse that can run a sort of half and 56 and change, but it'll run 3 of them in a row at 58. It's one of those type. It just keeps on trucking. And it's a nice horse on its day, Understudy, but it might be outclassed first 2 wise here anyway, with Pembroke Harry drawn to cross Better Go Hurry, and those look the 2. I'm pretty wrong around that Tactical VC. Don't think it can be a player, and Concord Dawn from that 1 on the second line scenario. So Robert Dunn's had a good night with 3 winners in the bag, and if he can get this, Pembroke Harry. And the interesting thing tonight is the last. He could have made him trot around the night off. Whew, how tough's that going to be? There's the 3 runner, Tactical VC. Nice horse this. She's a mare by Washington VC from Tactify. It's just that good breed, and only had the 11 starts and has won one of those. It's the 14, Just a Sip. Sit and Pounce merchant this. And it's drawn to be Sit and Pounce, but more sit probably than Pounce from that alley. Anyway, upstairs to you, Jace. This looks like 4th that Mr. Dunn. They're going to be hard pressed to beat this horse, right?
Oh, no. I don't know. Well, I
beat it?
The 1 horse.
Trailing it, same scenario. I tried pinged it last time, they can ping it this time.
Well, Better Go Hurry's a much better horse than Pembroke Harry, Davey. And the run it had last time, given a cosy trip tonight, I think Better Go Hurry can beat Pembroke Harry. Been wrong already tonight, but I reckon we'll go you something warm here, because hey,
so
why
the
not?
smart thing to do would be for Dexter to hand up and put that 3 back defence.
It will, but I don't think he will. So there we go. I don't think there's anything to hand up to be quite honest. So
the 3 horse Tactical VC.
He's a sit sprinter, and he sat 3 fence last time. I don't think they'll be doing anything too brave with him, or her, sorry, but yeah.
Right, so if he's going to win, this is up to Dexter's skills.
Definitely.
Which are pretty top draw in my book.
Oh, they are, but Red Barclay's pretty tidy on his day.
Oh yeah, no question.
Yeah, no, I'll go 1-2, and I think 10 will be following them both, and she'll run through. And so the trifecta looks pretty easy, doesn't it? 1-2-10. And I threw an understudy, no speed.
I'm
he'll just keep grinding away.
Yeah, he's one of those type, isn't he? Yeah, I agree with you there.
It is -3 outside. That is confirmed.
-3?
-3. It's
Yeah,
probably coldest night I've struck here. It's been cold, but it's never really been minus anything here. Well, coldest night at the races. We've had -7s recently, but 23 degrees up in Auckland at the trackside studio, they tell me, Davey.
Yeah, our van will be 20 degrees in there too.
Oh, I feel bad for them.
It's 18 in here though.
Hey, it's pretty hot in the Hamilton. The Chiefs beating the Crusaders by 10 points in Fiji.
Yeah, good stuff, eh?
Yeah, watch out, you Highlanders. 2 weeks.
Oh, dream on.
2 weeks Saturday. I'm getting all sorts of
binos
abuse
and do
now. Getting all sorts of abuse in both ears here. Can't wait for that. 2 weeks, night before the Oamaru Gallops. I hope you're coming.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah,
You'll be there.
Yeah,
and this race named after a legend of Otago rugby, David Ladder.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, great man. Right, here we go. Race 10, named after the legend that is David Ladder, and he's not a bad builder either. Race 10, close to a start. Keep it clean, limited mobile, about to let them fly. Green light on, they're off. Better go hurry, Pembroke Harry, the two with gate speed on the inside. Tactical VC's there early out wider. Been given a crack with a whip to go forward to is Hokuri Rail Rider. Pembroke Harry will make the lead though with 2 to go. Over Hokuri Rail Rider, Better Go Hurry ends up in the trail. Tactical VC 1-1 from Concord Dawn, who's followed through the two favourites to be 3 back the inside. The next is Arthur Lowe, just a sip on the inside, caught 3 wide early as understudy. That's around the Mailman, back on the inside of horses Rockefeller. Further back in the field then 2, Franco Tyson, who gets back in the field in front of second to last now is 2 Herbs 2, and back last of all, a length and a half away, Washington's Chance. 1600 metres left to run. 43.8 was the lead time. Pembroke Harry brings him off the back and leads a length and a half. Up on the outside is Hokuri Rail Rider second. Better Go Hurry with the trail. 1 out, 1 back, Tactical VC. 3 back on the inside, Concord Dawn. Understudy. Gee, it's had a tough trip. It's still 3 wide. Arthur Lowe's underneath that. So too Justice Sip, the Mailman. Then came on the inside, Rockefeller. 2 Herbs 2. 3 wide with cover is Franco Tyson here. And 2 lengths behind those is Washington's Chance. 1200 metres left to pace in the David Ladder Builders. 32.3 was the first quarter of the last mile. Pembroke Harry with the main danger on his back here. Better Go Hurry. Third on the outside is Hokuri Rail Rider. 3 back on the mark is Concord Dawn as Franco Tyson moves forward 3 wide and gives cover to understudy. Back in the centre of horses 1-1 is Tactical VC. 1 by 2 Arthur Lowe. 4 back on the inside is Justice Sip from Rockefeller. 2 Herbs 2. 3 wide with cover 2 is the Mailman, and joining that lot 2 is Washington's Chance. Second quarter, 30.4. 12 lengths first to last as they head up into the back. Pembroke Harry leads a long neck in advance of Hokuri Rail Rider. He keeps Franco Tyson 3 wide. Better Go Hurry awaits the passing lane in the 1-1 from Tactical VC's had a good enough trip from back on the inside, Concord Dawn. Out wider understudy, then came Arthur Lowe. Well back the Mailman, Justice Sip, 2 Herbs 2, Washington's Chance and Rockefeller. Across the top they come, 400 left to run. Third quarter, 29.2. Pembroke Harry, Hokuri Rail Rider. Tactical VC looking to peel out, awaiting the passing lane. Better Go Hurry with plenty of interest. Back and behind them, Concord Dawn, and then came Arthur Lowe into the straight. Pembroke Harry. Better Go Hurry to the passing lane. Deeper out, Hokuri Rail Rider. Concord Dawn's getting up on the inside. Better Go Hurry and Pembroke Harry. Concord Dawn getting through. Better Go Hurry's in front. Concord Dawn getting close. You'll find getting the prize. Better Go Hurry just defeats close second and third Concord Dawn or Pembroke Harry. Rockefeller runs on and behind with Justice Sip. Close up Arthur Lowe and out wide the Mailman, Hokuri Rail Rider. 2 Herbs 2, they're all close up and behind. Washington's Chance further back. Tactical VC, Franco Tyson understudy. Saw more of the outside fence than the inside one. 29 seconds the last quarter. 2:45 the winner's time, and Better Go Hurry scores, but goes for second. Maybe Concord Dawn could have knocked off Pembroke Harry. Got really close, but this horse, well, it was all set out for it, wasn't it, really? Brent Barclay just had to sit there and wait, and he will score. Second's tight. Maybe Concord Dawn, Pembroke Harry, and Rockefeller. Those of you that took the obvious 3, well, the outsider of the field's run 4th to make up the first 4. We all should have got a piece of that one, Davey. Better go hurry, scores.
Yeah, he did too, scored well too. Had to work hard. Yeah, I reckon Concord Dawn has got second here, number 10. And that's on the tote at around about $2.10. And Pembroke Harry, yeah, main danger was on his back though. And he pounced. Number 1, Better Go Hurry, who's got to go collect from Better Hurry. That's 2 for Brent Barclay tonight. Brett Gray's the trainer. And the Butterworth Racing Syndicate race number 1, Better Go Hurry. Nice performance here, the 3-year-old. And that's only start number 9, I think, tonight. And that is win number 3 in its career. Rolling either Concord Dawn, who I think has beaten Pembroke Harry. Might see if we can get that call. Yeah, it has. $2.70, $1.10. Concord Dawn at $2.10. Pembroke Harry at $1.40. The Quinellas at $15.30. That can't be right. $15.30? That's a very good Quinella. Third, fourth pick by most of us. 1, 10 and 2. The trifecta's paid $39. The Quinell's at $15.30 and the trifecta's at $39.10. Go figure. The Ruffy running fourth, 1, 10, 2 and 6. $1,724.80. $1,724.80 is the first 4. That's a crackingly good Quinella. $15.30. Anyway, there must have been 1-1, maybe 2-2 or 3-3 in the betting. You get a Quinella like that. Anyway, we're off to Alexandra Park. Our last goes at 10:29. We'll go and rejoin Craig.
Thanks, Davey. Race number 9 here at Alexandra Park is the Alabar Grass Track Graduation Series over the 2,700 metres. Hot favourite here, 8 River Emperor. Very good winning last week. That was 2,200. He steps over the 2,700 tonight. His driver, Scott Phelan. Scotty River Emperor has really lifted in the last couple of weeks. Nice win last week. Similar field tonight. 2,700 metres. I don't think that would be beyond him, would it?
Oh, look, I'm not too sure. I wouldn't think so the way he won last week. Hopefully it won't matter. But look, yeah, he's got good gate speed. We'll go forward again and look to lead up and see how we go.
The key to him is to find the front. He seems to be more comfortable when he's rolling along a bit. And front row here, other than Idealistic and maybe Party Rage, you'd think he'd grab the front early on. Most of the speed actually comes from the second row here. Benny the Jets and Chantalia Knight, they like to go forward. So interesting to see what happens middle stages of the race. But I think River Emperor early on may be your early leader. Joe and Ed No Better is driven by Josh Dickey. This is what he had to say. Josh, Joe and Ed No Better. She's hard to catch, but much better last week, sitting parked over the longer trip and stuck on really well.
Yeah, she is one of those types. I'm pretty happy with the run last week. It wasn't really her type of race, but yeah, there's barrier draw is a bit awkward from there. See what happens, but going on her form, I think she'll have to be close.
Yeah, she was good last start, Joe and Ed No Better. That was in that 5-horse field at first home that dictated the speed, and she was the one that had to sit outside him the whole way. They didn't go overly quick, and there wasn't a lot of pressure in the race, but she still had to do a good job to out-tough the rest, and she did that, running second. So she's got to be in the mix, running number 10. I thought 8 looked to stand out tonight. A little bit worried about the 2,700 metres. The 2,200 probably suits a lot better, but it's just an indication with the field here. If he finds the front, it's his race to lose, River Emperor, and I thought he was one of the better bets of the night. 10, Joe and Ed No Better. 7, Idealistic. That mirror on screen at the moment. She's been knocking on a door, I reckon, to win a race for the last 2 months. Her form line says that too, with a third and a second in the last 2 starts. Maybe she can go one better and get that elusive win. Rising 7-year-old mare now and starts 70 tonight for Dane Alexander, regular driver, trainer combination. 7, Idealistic, certainly a winning chance here. And 6, Party Rage for John and David Butcher was running on nicely behind River Emperor, and saying that, beaten 3 lengths last start. She's a mare that when she's safe for one run, she does run on nicely. The key to her is to just give her a bit of cover and let her have one go at them. 8, River Emperor on top to beat 10, Joe and Ed No Better, 7, Idealistic, and 6, Party Rage. Probably the best value in the race, best roughie in the race is the last horse, Chantalia Knight, because you know the 2,700 metres is his go. He's won twice over the trip. Last start, he ended up parked out the entire way. If Trent Letherby can punch through from the second row and doesn't get him in the breeze, but gets him a bit of cover, or even find the front, at $12, he's certainly some sort of chance. You'll know he'll get a strong 2,700. Aaron, as I come to you, first 4 pool approaching 20,000. We've got 10,000 carried forward. I expect it to get closer to 30 than 20, because we know what happens in the last 2 minutes of harness racing when there's a big first four carried forward. Would you be playing River Emperor on top if you're looking at one?
Yeah, I certainly would. He's racing in a good vein of form, isn't he? The son of Julius Caesar, Scotty Phelan for the Telford Garlic team. He's on top for me. 7 Idealistic. She's knocking on the door for another victory. Dane Alexandra, 2,700 metres. Although she hasn't struck in 5 runs over 2,700, I'd give her a chance tonight. The 10, Joe and Ed No Better in the 6 in the mix here. 2 Party Rages. The runners brush up in behind the Mobile. Black armband on here. Sailor Shabanathy with Benny and the Jets. Into the back they go, 2,700 metres, the Yellow Bar Grass Track Graduate Series Mobile Pace. Just about there, the yellow bar arm with the green light flashing, pulls away from the front of the field and getting out strongly off the inside. GJ Sealster, Idealistic is coming forward. As 2 River Emperor, they're followed then by Darjeeling Bromac, Benny and the Jets back on the inside of Joe and Ed No Better, Barabbas. Out wider on the track is Chantalia Knight back in the field, Charming Desire. Party Rage to be the last as they sweep across the showgrounds turn, where the favourite, River Emperor, is whipped around to take the lead for Scotty. Leads a couple from Idealistic, who's going to enjoy the perfect run in the trail throughout as Chantalia Knight strides forward for Trent Letherby to get outside the speed and find the chair. Back on the inside then GJ Sealster from Darjeeling Bromac. Benny and the Jets fall back on the inside of Joe and Ed No Better. Charming Desire third last the inside for Royden Downey, and the last pair are Party Rage and Ben Butcher. And Barabbas and Tabitha Fensom, 2 circuits to go. River Emperor looking to dictate like he did last Friday night, the son of Julius Caesar. From Idealistic, Chantalia Knight third and parked. 4th and 3 back on the inside is GJ Sealster. Up over on its outside as they pace out to the 1,800 metre mark in the 1-1. So turn up into the back, Darjeeling Bromac. Track forward by Joe and Ed No Better and Joshua Dickey. Benny and the Jets and Sailor Shabanathy back on the inside. And the last trio, Party Rage, Charming Desire and Barabbas. 1,600 to run in the Alabar Grass Track Graduate Series. The lead time 1:23.7, and River Emperor to bring them off the back from Idealistic and Chantalia Knight third and parked. Back on the inside then to GJ Sealster and Todd McFarlane as they sweep across the showgrounds turn again. Darjeeling Bromac in the 1-1 for Adrian Matthews. 4 back on the inside, Benny and the Jets. Up over on the outside to Joe and Ed No Better. Charming Desire as well back as 2 Party Rage second last. Barabbas last on the back of Party Rage. 1,200 to go. Opening quarter 31.4. So River Emperor down to the Judge Bell and 1 to go from Idealistic. Dane Alexandra with the gun run on the inside of Chantalia Knight. Darjeeling Bromac 1-1. GJ Sealster back on the inside. Joe and Ed No Better 5 lengths off the lead as they stride into the final circuit. Then Benny and the Jets. Party Rage on the back of Joe and Ed No Better. Charming Desire and Barabbas as they scoot around the stables corner. 850 metres left to go. River Emperor heads out to the back. The second quarter posted in 31 even. In the trail is Idealistic. Chantalia Knight maybe just yielding some ground. Park back on the inside. GJ Sealster, then Darjeeling Bromac. Benny and the Jets. Joe and Ed No Better. Charming Desire. Party Rage well back with Barabbas. 550 to go. River Emperor leads. Here's Darjeeling Bromac coming up to challenge out 3 wide. Idealistic will wait the passing lane. GJ Sealster. Joe and Ed No Better getting around the tiring Chantalia Knight. There followed Party Rage getting right into the picture. Then Benny and the Jets back straight quarter 29. River Emperor by a couple. Joe and Ed No Better sprints hard out wide with Party Rage. Idealistic waiting the passing lane. And then GJ Sealster homeward bound. River Emperor. Idealistic. Joe and Ed No Better. Party Rage and GJ Sealster. 100 to go. In front River Emperor. Joe and Ed No Better's going to make a race of it on the outside. River Emperor. Joe and Ed No Better strides up on the outside. Will get the favourite short of the post. Joe and Ed No Better beats River Emperor and Idealistic. They were followed Party Rage 4th. Then GJ Sealster, Benny and the Jets. Darjeeling Bromac, Barabbas back in the field with Charming Desire. Chantalia Knight in 3:24, 57.7, 28.7 the final quarter. Joe and Ed No Better, good run last week when runner-up over the 2,700 goes 1 better tonight. Josh had to get right into her through the back straight as well. So get her mind on the job and chase down this race favourite River Emperor. The Better's Delight mare, she'll pick up a performance incentive bonus tonight as well. Gets the favourite about 4 or 5 strides off the post. Idealistic, another good run by her. We'll see her in for third, and Party Rage will make up the first 4 in the Yellow Bar Grass Track Graduate Series Mobile Pace.
Official placings race 9, the Alabar Grass Track Graduate Series Mobile Pace. 10-8-7-6-1-9. 10-8-7-6-1-9. Horse 10, John Ed No Better, paced the 2,700 metres in 3:23.97, a mile rate of 2:1.5. Last 857.7 and the 428.7. The margins are half length, 2 1/4 lengths, 1 1/2 lengths. 10-8-7-6-1-9, race 9, the Alabar Grass Track Graduate Series Mobile Pace.
The fanfare plays out for Joe and Ed No Better, picking up a performance incentive bonus tonight for owners Mrs. J.L. Taylor, A.R. Taylor, the estate of E.B. Davies, and Mrs. N.P. Davies. John and Joshua Dickey, the trainers at Clevedon. And Joshua Dickey back at the head of the field. Third victory under the ribbon of light here at Alexandra Park. 5th overall success tonight at start 41. Woodland Stud New Zealand Limited, the breeders of Joe and Ed No Better. Better's Delight, 4-year-old Bay Mare. Out of pocket, Mateo. 8 River Emperor, Julius Caesar, River Towel, 7-year-old Bay Gelding for the Flemings, PB and BJ. Steve Telfer, Chris Garlick, trained at Papakura, Scott Phelan, and 7 Idealistic for third. 6-year-old American Ideal Mare out of Twilight Chaser for DMRD and BM Alexandra and DI Donaldson. Dane Alexander, the trainer-driver out of Ohalpo. 10 Joe and Ed No Better. Returns $5.80 the win and $1.70 the place. 5.80, 1.70. 8 River Emperor $1.30, 1.30, and 7 Idealistic $1.90, 1.90. Quinella $3.70, 3.70. Trifecta $40.60, 40.60. And the first 4 $189.30, $189.30. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the last race on the second night of midwinter Christmas at the races here at Alexandra Park, the Franklin Park Training Centre Handicap Trot, 2,200 metres. Take out number 2, It's Now or Never. We race the last at 20 minutes to 11 o'clock. Good luck with your bets in the last.
few of the runners who we thought might be, they're running over 1,400 metres tonight. I could only imagine that they're not going to run in the Derby. But we've got some updates coming up tonight, is that right?
Yeah, we have. I was out and about during the week and thought I'd just change the look and feel of our updates a bit. I actually went to the stables of some of the trainers and found out some thoughts from them. Other big news, Matt, was that Nunes has gone with Rockfast.
Yes. Did that surprise you over Titanium?
Well, yes and no. Like, you've got to respect the way that Rockfast has won his last two, but you know, he did get back onto Titanium in the second leg after missing the ride in the first leg, and the talk was that he was retained onto the horse for the whole series, but he's made a big call to go with Rockfast, and why wouldn't he? The horse is going well, but it suits Harry Cassam. I thought Harry rode an absolute gem of a race on him in the first leg, and it would be wonderful to see him bounce back, Titanium. So yes and no, to answer your question.
He's got to be a chance, Rockfast. His last couple of wins have been over Air Force One, and Air Force One probably doesn't have the points to get into the field. Just having a look. You know, in that race last time, you know what, when I watched the replay of his last start performance, do you know what I was thinking?
Tell me.
Well, I'll read out the names of the horses that ran second, third, fourth and fifth. Air Force One, Sunny, Galazzo and Remember Me. And for mine, I thought, well, that's not Group 1 form.
That worries you, doesn't it?
It does a little. And I think with Titanium, nothing was going to win back where he was last time. He may have still been a little bit on the disappointing side, but who knows what sort of track we're going to get on that day. If there's rain, it might suit horses back in the pack. There doesn't, I mean, obvious pace, nothing really jumping off the page. I dare say Affleck is going to try and lead, but he's not going to run them along, so it's like Order the Sun would. I think he's going to try and get away with cheap sectionals if he can. So, I'm not sure really. Just hope it's a nice, truly run affair. But he should be hitting the line very well, Titanium.
He will indeed. Let's do a final look at the markets and see what's found support. And I'm sure we'll touch on the Derby a few times this evening as those updates also come to hand. The 5 is at $45, but the 4, he's been continually finding support. He's been trickling in now at $18. The 2 is next best, and that of course is High Council, currently $26. The 9 is a horse called Gadawan into $30, and the 1's into $41 jointly with the 8 as well. That is Queen 7. It's $45 and better. Welcome to the Turf Club this evening. I trust, or I hope you'll have a fantastic evening here with us, and let's hope it's profitable as well. Let's head upstairs to Matt for the call for the opener this evening.
Good on you, Gaz. So they're getting set. That quartet pool has gone up around $90,000 now. Of course, there was a $20,000 jackpot, but it's been very popular in the first. Field's capped at 12 tonight, so a 12 to go in the first. Scratching here is 13. Favourite Nova Star, but he's not drawn as well as he was last time. Now Secret Spice moves up. Next one to go forward, High Council. Still waiting on a Dragon, but we're almost set to go. Dragon and Nova Star are the last two. So the first of 9, 4.9 the track. Long course D in the first race coming up right now. So we're all set. Good luck in Singapore tonight, and they're racing in the first. Secret Spice out the back of the early stages, no speed from Dragon. Queen 7 begins nicely up on the pace. Gadawan is sliding forward, so too High Council. Then Nova Star out wide in the red from Mark Eclipse, 5th on the rails, about a length away then to He's Fort. Bordeaux is scrubbed along, back centre field from a Lucky Come, and then Blazing Sun out wide. A few lengths away then to Exciting Prospect, and 4 lengths away then to Secret Spice, and on its outside at the tail is Dragon. So off the back straight they go in the first, and it's Gadawan who now leads the field by a length and a half from High Council second. 24.77 that first section, also quite brisk. For the back, Queen 7, who's tucked away third on the inside. Nova Star in a handy spot after coming from a wide gate. He's back in fourth. Mark Eclipse back in fifth. Then a few lengths away to He's Fort. Bordeaux still being pushed along. Lucky Come a mile back with Blazing Sun, Exciting Prospect, Dragon and Secret Spice. So the field turned for home, 500 metres out. Gadawan led. High Council, he goes for it now. Tries to run down down the front runner, then Queen 7, who badly needs a run. Nova Star back and forth from Mark Eclipse, and further back he's Ford. High Council races up to Gata 1. Queen 7 is climbing all over their backs. Then Nova Star, he's Ford. Mark Eclipse running on fairly. Queen 7 gets out now. High Council raced up to Gata 1, but Queen 7, he looks threatening. 100 metres to go. Eventually gets out now for Munro, and Queen 7's going to storm away and win the first. Queen 7 by about a length and a quarter. Queen 7 over Gata 1, who just held High Council for second in the end, I think, and High Council back third. Then Mark Eclipse, and further back behind those in turn we had Nova Star with Secret Spies Bordeaux, and then came Lucky Come Dragon. He's Ford, Exciting Prospect, and Blazing Sun has finished towards the tail. Queen 7. We mentioned quite a few times tonight that this horse is underachieved. It should never have got down to 43 rating points. No fault of the handicapper. It's just the horse, as for one reason or another, seems to find all sorts of trouble in runs, and I thought it was going to happen again tonight. It was clearly the one that you wanted to be on top of the straight, but you're just waiting for it to get a run, and there's not too many times on the long course that horses eventually...
Well, probably the best horse won that actually, but he waited a long time, didn't he? Mucking around looking for a rails run before switching across hills and really stretching out and winning the race nicely. Result won't be too far away from that. We come to the last here, maiden trot for the last of the evening here, and it is race number 11. Tinney's Milton Butchery Trot it is, and it sees Madison Jane as the race favourite. It's got to be tough to roll in this, really. It's on the tote at $2.80 and $1.30. Nathan Williamson doing the driving. And from my tally, if he wins this, he'll probably win the Drivers' Challenge. I think he's on 11. My quick maths might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. He's on 11 and Dexter's on 13. If Nate can nab 3 here, he'll win by a nose. If he can win with Madison Jane. And on paper, really should. The major threats in this, I think the 5, Jetty, are you ready? And if Jetty is ready, Jetty can be a big player here. $4 and $1.50. Brad Williamson doing the driving. The 2 starts to date. Pretty much like Madison Jane actually, both suggesting a win is imminent. And really one of them will win tonight, I think. Either the 2 or the 5. After that it gets tricky. I've got a bit of time for Neville's horse, Monarchy Way. Queen 7 from Singapore, number 8. Nice money here, $10.70 and $2.70. Beats 9 and 2 at $1.70 and $2.30 respectively. The 8-9 Quinella, $26.20. 8, 9 and 2 on the trifecta ticket for $254.70. $254.70. That's the Singapore races. They're meeting 18. That is their first. And we're at race 11 here at meeting 8. And there's Monarchy Way. Now, this is Neville's horse. Maddie's doing the driving on this first start. Look, I've seen it a couple of times, and it's all right, actually, by Monarchy from Wisway, and it's raced by the same team that race Alleyway, Neville, Judy and Dave Ward and Grant McMaster. So, good luck, guys. Let's see what Maddie can do here with Monarchy Way. It's not the worst in this field, $5.60. Going by the tote, you've already worked that out, $5.60 and $1.80. Loxy Claiborne, pretty reliable too, and deserves a win. Just really does deserve a win, actually. It's at $9 and $2.60. It's normally pretty reliable, doesn't make too many mistakes. Brad Morris doing the driving for Lindsay Vent. 3 Top Notch Eagle, Warren Stapleton's runner. John Morrison doing the driving there, and with Johnny the Prince in the cart. It's good enough to have an interest, isn't it? $3.10 as the place value. There's the 10 runner going around. That's Young Charlie. He's looked all right on occasions too, this horse actually, Young Charlie. Billy Head's the trainer. Blair Orange is doing the steering on Young Charlie. He's at $12 and $3. Maybe, but I like the others a little bit more. I like 2, 5, 6 and 4 for me, and upstairs to Jason. We'll probably have the same numbers here.
Yep.
He's probably winning the tipping between us tonight, but that's only temporary.
What do you mean temporary? I was going to say normal.
No, I was just thinking Wingatilly, but never mind, carry on.
Oh, yeah, well, that was a different code. Hey, we need to send you here more often. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah,
Chilly though. I went outside before. Oh, man.
Yeah, my feet have gone numb actually up here. It's so cold.
There's only about 6 inches between you and the air, you know.
I know.
Because the floor's not very big up there. You wait to get an earthquake.
Well, I think that's where most of the coldness is coming from, is up through the floor.
Yeah, it
here,
is.
the steel floor. No, it's not good at the moment up here, but one to go. Why are we getting so much grief out of the truck tonight? I don't understand it.
Oh,
Few people at home can't hear the abuse I'm copping here.
Yeah, they're in their 18, 22.
Oh, yeah, we'll tally our sound off. It's probably 36 from where he's sitting.
Yeah, he'll be in his T-shirt again.
Yeah, well, he's in his T-shirt outside anyway. He's mad.
I've got the puffer jacket on, mate, I tell you. I'm looking for the beanie too.
I've got a balaclava if that helps. Oh, what are we going here? 2546. This Monarchy Way's well bred, isn't it? Looks like the rest of the family. Of course, I did it my way, and what's that other trotter? One of Paul Neon's, any old way.
Yeah, he's all right, this bloke too.
Yeah, he looks. He's just a very plain-looking horse, but that's typical, isn't it, of this breed? He looks like Alleyway a lot, even though he's just a distant relation to him. Same colour, probably a bit smaller, but very plain.
Yeah, well, the pretty horse tonight didn't do much, did he, Bold Ruler? So
no, neither did the other one, colour-coded.
Yeah, we'll stay with the plain horses.
Oh, I think so. He'll win plenty of races, no doubt about that. Looking at him, I think the 2-year-olds will fight it out, but yeah, don't count out Monarchy Way, all right? Nearly ready for the Tinies, Milton Butchery. Been a great night from the Milton and Balclutha businesses. Big crowd here on track. Set to go, last of our third last meeting of the season. We're back here next Thursday night. Star candidate has not been a star at the moment, needs to be led up, and it's planted its feet. Right, in they come for the last, the maiden trot at the end of the night. First time I can recall this. They're underway and trotting. Galloping away there was Jetty Are You Ready, quite badly too. He was pretty much the worst away. Monarchy Way's gone off stride soon after the start. Duchess Grace was the best off the mark and will lead them up straight the first time. Over Lotsie Claiborne, Top Notch Eagle, about 3 lengths away then to the favourite Madison Jane. They were followed through then by 4 Shears More Beers. On its outside is Young Charlie, breaking up Star Candidate after doing so well and trotting the first 300. Getting underneath that was Thanks for Nothing, a long gap to Monarchy Way, who gets past the breaking Star Candidate, and he's galloped again, Monarchy Way. He's having a big learning curve tonight, and getting past all of those was Jetty Are You Ready. Down the back they go, 1,600 metres out from home. Duchess Grace in control. Leads past the 1,600 by 2.5 over Loxie Claiborne, 50.5 the lead time. A length and a half away, Top Notch Eagle third. Madison Jane, the 2-year-old filly, is left out in the breeze, but rolling forward. Young Charlie onto her back, followed by 4 Shears More Beers. This is the only 6 in the race here. A long gap away then to Jetty Are You Ready. Star Candidates galloped again. Monarchy Way's trotting for now, and Thanks for Nothing is at the back of the field. Spread out over 300 metres here, the maiden trotters, as they swing around the home turn. It's a group of 6 who are in line to break their maiden tonight. The leader is Duchess Grace, trots the first quarter of a last mile in 33.1 with Cole Cameron on board. The lead margin is a length and a half. Loxie Claiborne, every chance tonight, the leader's back. Madison Jane's having to do it the hard way, is parked out. Top Notch Eagle on the inside, 3 back the markers. 1-1 Young Charlie and 4 Shears More Beers, last of the winning chances. And further back into Jetty Are You Ready is leading the bad bunch, you'd say. Heading out of a straight towards the 850 metre mark. Duchess Grace starts them along at good work here. The $31 shot, trots the second quarter in 32.7. It's a little bit rank in front though, and Madison Jane takes this opportunity to pounce on the lead now for Nathan Williamson. So Madison Jane into the front. Over on the outside is Young Charlie second, Duchess Grace third. 1-1, 4 Shears More Beers. From 3 back on the inside now, Loxie Claiborne and Top Notch Eagle on the outside. The Tinies, Milton, Butchery, Trotfield, they come off the back and down the side for the final time. 400 metres left to run. Madison Jane leads a half in advance of up on the outside of it. Putting a bit more pressure on too is Young Charlie. 31.1 was the third quarter. Awaiting the passing lane is Duchess Grace from 4 Shears More Beers, Top Notch Eagle, Loxie Claiborne. Into the straight, 200 left to go, Madison Jane. 2 lengths in advance of Duchess Grace, who didn't take the passing lane. Loxie Claiborne says thank you and starts to roll home up the inside. In front still Madison Jane, over Loxie Claiborne. Top Notch Eagle storming at the leader late. Madison Jane will beat. Top Notch Eagle has got close. Third, maybe Loxie Claiborne, all 4 Shears More Beers. Duchess Grace galloped past the line, then Young Charlie A long break, Jetty, are you ready? Monarchy Way, who's pacing. Then Star Candidate, and last in was Thanks for Nothing. 30.6 the last quarter, 2:58.1 the time, and just the 2-year-old filly, she had to do it tough. She was tired at the end, but she'll win. The long shot Prince, 290. Oh, you can't really put that in this book, but he'll get second anyway. And third, well, 4 shares more beers will knock off Loxley Claiborne for third. And further back to Duchess Grace. There's the last on the program, Davey. We'll go off and get a bit warmer, eh? Very good evening, and we'll spot you next week at Oamaru.
Absolutely. We'll go and get the ice off the window before we can go home. Number 2, Madison Jane, gets us the 2-year-old. That's 3 wins tonight for Phil Williamson, training-wise, 3 for Nate as well, driving-wise. Dexter got 3 as well, but I think a third. I think Nathan might have just nabbed Dexter, actually, for the Drivers' Challenge. I think, by 1. Anyway, Madison Jane has won the last year, the favourite, so that's nice. Yeah, top-notch Eagle, absolutely rocketed the last little bit. There'll be a head in this, but that'll be about it. 2 more strides would have been interesting if you're on the 3, and what was that? That was about $15 to win. You've just been beaten. 2 strides too late. Third is going to be 4 shares, more beers number 1, and that's at around about $8. And Loxley Claiborne 4th. So if you've got the first 4 here, you've done extremely well. That wraps up our nights here in the Frost at Fulbury Park, and that man there's trained 3 winners for the night. $2.50, $1.40 for Madison Jane, $2.90 Top Notch Eagle, and $8.60 for 4 shares more beers. The 2-3 Quinellas at $18.40, 2-3-1 the trifecta, $404.50, and the first 4 has been partly struck. Well done. 2-3-1-4, first 4 in the $1,522.20. So that's the last. We should have we have a double. The double pays $6.70. The concession numbers are 1 and 3. That pays $15.40, and the treble 8, 1 and 2 are the numbers, and that's pretty short as well at $19.40. $19.40. That wraps up our 11 race card. The quaddie. The quaddie is 4, 8, 1 and 2, $122.30, $122.30, and the place 6 dividends, pretty skinny, $5.80. That's the last. We're back up north, where it's a touch warmer, to Alexandra Park and Craig.
Yeah, thanks, Davey Mack. Nathan gets the last. He gets 3 on the night. Moves to 91 for the season. He's chasing that ton, so every opportunity now. With still a month to go till the end of July, and he's sitting on 91 with 3 wins tonight, so he moves to 4th in the Drivers' Premiership, and he has drives at Timaru on Sunday as well, Nathan, so 9 wins to get to the 100 before the end of the season. I think that is achievable. Our last at Alexandra Park tonight, 274 Rain Day Gitan, 240 on the tote. Little bit of money here for Mr. Natural at 440 on the book, 540 on the tote. Third favourite at this stage is with runner number 3, Donna May, $8 on the book, $7.80 on the tote. Todd Mitchell has got stable runner Creamy in the last, and Andrew Drake will take the drive. Todd stable runner Creamy goes round the last, and Andrew Drake takes the drive. A mare that when she puts her best foot forward can be competitive. What are we thinking tonight?
Yeah, she's very, very in and out, but when she's on the top of her game, she could just about win it or run in the money. So her work's been good. I can't fault it. She hasn't been to Auckland for a long time, but they've put this race on for the conditioned trotters, and I think she's well suited to it. So if she does everything right, I think she's a good place bet.
Mate, you've got a good team in tonight and a couple of nice, really good chances. Let's hope the stable can salute at least once tonight.
Hope so. Thanks, Will.
They went very well earlier in the night with Double Odino, who took a very good one in Shandale to get past him in 241 earlier in the night in race number 5. Todd Mitchell with Creamy in the last, and Andrew Drake, the junior driver, takes the drive. In the last, I went for 11 Lockie Brogdon. Now, I know he's off 20 metres tonight, but he is the winner of 8 races. He gets into this condition trot quite well under the handicaps. He ran second at the trials last week behind Rare Opportunity. What he does do is begin very quickly, and he's not a distance horse. He's suited to the 2200, 2400 metre races. This is his go tonight. He's won 4 times over the short trip. Although if the favourite didn't step quickly, and Lockie Brockton did, I didn't think he deserved to be at the $12 price, and could be some value in the last. So 11 Lockie Brockton in front of 1 Rain de Jatan. Horse that was good enough to place at Group 1 level in the Jewels, but since then has been beaten by the Crown Jewels and beaten by Very Persuasive. So just didn't know about the $2 about Rain de Jatan. Absolutely can win the race, but he's just one of those ones, or she is, that finds one better on numerous occasions. So when 11 to beat 1, Mr. Natural stepping out of maiden straight into C1s. I don't think it'll worry him. He was actually quite an easy winner last start. So 3 Mr. Natural, 4 Mr. Natural goes in the mix, and a horse that, gee, you wouldn't bet it would trot, but does have ability as Sea Air. The stable had a winner in the first race at Eddington last night. They've got one in the last here at Alexandra Park tonight in Sea Air, and I'm talking of Ricky Allen, and Richard Brosnan takes the drive, so it'll be in the Richard Brosnan colours. 11, 1, 4 and 6. 11, 1, 4 and 6. Those are live in the quaddie. It's been hard to get. Minstrel Boy at $22 did the damage, but if you're live, I can tell you 1,800 with the favourite. 4,200 Donna May. 2,300 Mr. Natural. A Cougar's Son 3,700. 9,000 with Sea Air. Creamy will be around 13,000. The same for Larch, Greystoke and Donker, and around 5,900 with Lockie Brogden if you're live in the late quaddie here at the park tonight. Aaron White, say a very good evening to you. Thanks for your calls tonight, mate. It's been a good night at Alexandra Park. Some nice performances. I thought Shandell, he got back on track tonight. And earlier on in the night, I thought a very nice performance by the winner of the first race, Double Twist, for the Breckons.
Yeah, it certainly was, wasn't it, in the juvenile event? Yes, we've had plenty of good racing again here tonight, and that form will continue right through to the end of the season. Of course, it's the first of our meetings through July and the last month of the season, so if you play back a few of those videos, I'm sure that you'll get some winners over the next few weeks here at Alexandra Park. In the last, I'm going to stick with Rain de Jatan off the front. Andre Potama gets her chance to get another victory on the board tonight. For Mr. Natural, plenty to like about the way he cleared maidens. We'll put in 5 A Cougar's Son, a definite threat in this field, and Donna May was placed at the workouts last Saturday. A peg as a spur mare, fresh up. Morris McKendry for the Wallace Hackett team. 1, 4, 5 and 3 for me, Craig, in the last.
Thank you, Aaron. Favourite is 1 Rain de Jatan, of course, in the Lincoln Farm colours. Andre Potama will take the drive. A mare by Love You. She'll start off the front. There'll be 4 off the front here. Donna May, Mr. Natural, A Cougar's Son, and then the unruly Sea Air. 10 metre line headed up by Creamy Larch, Greystoke, and then the 20 metre handicaps, Donker.
Again, the Franklin Park Training Centre handicap trot. Face up to starter Frank Phelan, the barrier strands release, and they're off. Larch was a wee bit tardy away. Sea didn't get out the best, and neither did Mr. Natural. The first out, Rain de Jatan from A Cougar's Son. Donna May will settle third, then Creamy. Lockie Brogden's up to 5th already as they turn out of the home straight onto the stables corner. Then Mr. Natural settles on the inside of Sea Larch with the Greystoke now going off stride, and Dunker's out the back as they head out to the 1800 metres. Rain de Jatan leads by a couple. Donna May's gone off stride in second here. A Cougar's Son up on the outside, about to clear Donna May and get down into the trail, and also getting around that galloper Donna May is Lockie Brogden with Sea Air also coming forward. Then Mr. Natural, Creamy as Donna May will not settle. Then Larch, further away Dunker and Greystoke. Lead time in 50.4 in the Franklin Park Training Centre trot as they turn off the back straight. And Rain de Jatan, Andre Potama, she's relaxed nicely in the lead over A Cougar's Son. Sea Air third in Park, then Lockie Brogden, he's 4th and 3 back on the inside, just wanting to get up on the nickel at that point too. They're followed then by Mr. Natural, 1-1 for Todd McFarlane. Larch on the inside of Creamy, 7 lengths away Dunker. Similar margin back in the field then to Greystoke and Donna May. She's out the back. 1,200 to go, 33-1 the opening quarter. Rain de Jatan, the Love You mare down to the judge with a circuit to go, leads by a couple. From in second is A Cougar's Son, Philip Butcher getting that lovely drag in the trail. Sea Air, Richard Brosnan Park as they stride into the final circuit. Lockie Brogden 3 back the inside for Nicky Chilcott. Then came Mr. Natural around Larch and Ben Butcher. Creamy's back in the field here. in the hands of Andrew Drake and Dunker, the last of the winning chances for Jeff Martin. The other pair couldn't win. Greystoke and back with that Donna May. Second quarter, 31.2. And into the back goes Rain de Jatan. Leads by 2.5 a Cougar's Son. Sea Air up on the outside of Lockie Brogden. Creamy starts its claim around runners now. Mr. Natural and Larch back on the inside of that pair. Dunker last of the winning chances. 500 to go. Rain de Jatan going great guns from a Cougar's Son. Creamy out 3 wide around Sea Air. Creamy's galloped at that point. Lockie Brogden back on the inside. They're followed by Larch and Mr. Natural. Dunker 29 and 7 the back straight quarter. Rain de Jatan, she's away by 3 a Cougar's Son. Lockie Brogden, they chase hard. Further back in the field is Larch, but Rain de Jatan swings with a handy margin. 3 or 4. Lockie Brogden tries to chop that margin down. Then a Cougar's Son, and Larch is running on, but Rain de Jatan, she'll back up that Jules placing tonight with a cracking win. Rain de Jatan to win by 4 or 5. Lockie Brogden, a Cougar's Son just third in front of Larch, then Dunker. They were followed Mr. Natural and Creamy. Sea back in the field, as 2 was Greystoke, and Donna May to be the last to greet Judge Graham McLennan tonight. 2:54 was the time. Half and 59.2. 29.5 was the final 400 metres. She's back in winning business tonight. Rain de Jatan. Love You 4-year-old win 3 at start 25. Ray Green and Andre Potama. She's strode away for a pretty impressive win too. Lockie Brogden, good gutsy run by him, will get second. A Cougar's Son will just hold third in front of Larch in the Franklin Park Training Centre handicap trot.
Official placings, race 10, the Franklin Park Training Centre handicap trot. 1, 11, 5, 8, 10, 4. 1, 11, 5, 8, 10, 4. Horse 1, Rain de Jatan, trotted the 2200 metres in 254.03, a mile rate of 27.3. Last 859.2, the 429.5. Margins 5 lengths, 1.5 lengths ahead. 1, 11, 5, 8, 10, 4, race 10, Franklin Park Training Centre handicap trot.
Judge Graham McLennan with the final call tonight goes the way of Rain de Jatan for Lincoln Farms Limited, DR Ebbett, RJ Menzies, GF Collins, IA Middleton and SA McDonald. Frank Marion, the breeder of the Love You 4-year-old bay mare out of Gypsy Glass, win 3 at start 25. Paul Lowther down there, part of the victory celebrations with the connections. Paul, one of our race night stewards of the Auckland Trotting Club. 11, Lockie Brogden for second. Continental Man, 8-year-old bay gelding at a local choice for G.E. Chilcott, Mrs. J.J. along with G.M. Bowen. Nicky Chilcott, the trainer-driver out of Cambridge. And in for third was 5, a Cougar's Son. Monarchy, 6-year-old bay gelding at a Yummy Lace for Mrs. K.M. Blanchard and Ms. C.L. Bull. Peter and Vaughan Blanchard, the trainers out of Pukekohe. And Philip Butcher. 1, Rain de Jatan, 260 and $1.50, 260 and a 150. 11, Lockie Brogden, $2.60, 260. And 5, a Cougar's Son, $2.30, 230. Quinella returns $15.60, 15.60. Trifecta $101.20, $101.20. The first 4, $1,137.40, $1,137.40. 10 and 1 in the final double returns $6.80, $6.80. 10-11 concession $19.40, $19.40. 3, 10, 1 in the final treble $372.90, $372.90. The final quaddie, 11 Djokovic, 3 Minstrel Boy, 10 Joe and Ed No Better, and 1 Rain de Jatan. $1,834.50, $1,834.50. Place 6 tonight, $9.60. $9.60 for the place 6. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we trust you've enjoyed night 2 of Midwinter Christmas at the Races here at Alexandra Park. We do it all again next Friday night. Of course, further information on how you can get involved with Midwinter Christmas at the Races here at the park, alexpark.co.nz. We'll catch you later from the commentary box. Aaron White bidding you all a very good evening.